We are live and we are living color, guys. I'm gonna flip that camera around, guys. I know you guys have been patiently waiting, guys. So, guys, here in just a moment, I'm gonna flip the camera around to the man himself. But I got a special co-host I never have here in Gimmick. I'm very excited here. Uncle Charlie's very excited to have you. Two-man power trip.
Sure.
You know, I mean, big star. You know, podcasting. You know,
trying.
I mean, yeah, you know, I hear you. You know, dressing up a little jazzy. You know,
Horseman shirt.
Horseman shirt.
25-year-old horseman.
I'm actually wearing a shirt JJ Dillon gave me.
Oh, okay, all right.
So,
pretty good. Pretty good.
So I mean, so I figured it'd be nice. But guys, I'll flip the camera around, guys. The man himself is here, guys. We are, like I said, we're gonna crunch photos. We're gonna do everything, guys. We have some special stuff here that was brought here to you guys. But let me flip the camera around to the man himself, guys. Let me turn that camera around, guys, and welcome in Double A himself. ARN Anderson is in the house there, guys. I am so excited for this. When John told me about this, I was excited. I mean, I grew up in Roanoke, Virginia, Horseman country.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember memories of going to Roanoke Civic Center cheering for the Horsemen with my grandfather yell at me for cheering for you guys. And so it's a privilege to have you here today. Thank you so much for coming. I know the fans are excited. We've got tons of photo options. We got poster options. You brought some personal some of your collection here, guys. We're going to have available here. So again, guys, let's enjoy the thing, guys. So guys, I have my phone available, guys, to ask questions, guys. The photos will pop up on the screen that'll be available, guys. And you know, I'm gonna let John, because you're really like an expert at this.
Right.
I'm not a host. I pretend to be a host on TV. So I'm gonna let you you got the interview because you're the man.
Right.
Now you got the sale thing.
Well, I think you got to go with all of ARN's accolades. WWE Hall of Famer, former WCW World Tag Team Champion multiple times,
Yes.
WWE World Tag Team Champion, former WCW Television Champion 4 times, the Enforcer, Double A,
Look
ARN
what you end
Anderson.
up with, you do all that. Listen,
Full Horseman,
I'm
baby.
starstruck
Yeah.
being in the room with him too.
I know. I get lost in words
It's a
here.
big deal.
I know. Big
Right.
deal, John. Big deal, John
Right.
here.
He asked me to do a show a while back for the first time,
Right.
and I started doing some research. Had my wife pull it up. You know, I can't do nothing.
Yep.
Right? Well, you are a big shot.
I try.
For me to get up on Sunday morning,
Yeah.
come all the way from Charlotte to Philly, and then back out of Newark later this evening, you must be a big shot.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Coming from you, the greatest horseman of all time, that's pretty amazing.
Who said that?
Myself, Charlie, and JJ Dillon.
You
actually
said
said
that?
that.
JJ Dillon.
He said it, yeah.
So
I know a lot of people love Flair, and obviously, they love
Well,
Flair. But ARN is, you're the more serious promo, the more meat and potato guy. Flair was a little over the top sometimes. You were the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So again, guys, the photos you guys will see them come across the screen, guys. They're just $25 today, guys. $30 for the beautiful artwork, guys. And now, guys, we do have some very cool items here, guys. We're gonna get to here in just a few minutes to start auctioning off as well. So, guys, you guys go ahead and place your orders. It's just like normal, guys. You send it to Jessica; she will get it taken care of. We'll have KT come in here, bring it in here. You'll get it signed here live and covered, and we'll begin. One question I have for you is: when you're with the Horsemen, was there ever a moment where, did you guys actually enjoy? Did you actually really feel the moment you guys were in? Were you guys just living it like city to city? Did you sit back and we're changing the business? Because I mean, that stretch of that Crockett era of bashes selling out changed the business in my opinion.
It's important to know that this did not come from a booking meeting. Wasn't discussed. Wasn't pre-planned. A booker didn't come up with it and go, hey, we got this name. We're going to call you guys. We're going to put you all together. It came on a fluke interview out of just necessity because we had a couple, 3 different matches. Could have been as many as 4. I don't know. But it was that group of guys that we all had to share the promo time. So I knew I wasn't going to have much time, and I just started looking at the way guys were standing, and the tricks of photography are the tall guys stand in the back and the short guys stand in the front. It makes everybody look comparable, so we're all just kind of, I said, man, that's a hell of a picture. I don't know how, why, what the reason was, but 4 Horsemen. of Apocalypse from the Bible
Yep.
popped in my head just out of nowhere. And I went, Four Horsemen. Okay, that sounds good. So I plugged it into the interview just thinking it was going to be a hype line for that particular promo, and that would be it. And when it was over, Tony Schiavone was right in my grill. He said, geez, darn, you just named you guys. That's cool as shit.
Yeah.
I went, you think so? He said, yes. So, to answer your question, after about 2 weeks or one additional week even of calling us the Four Horsemen the next week on promos, this thing started, and it started immediately in the arenas. And it just flamed up. And I'm going to Tully, I'm going, Rick's walking around wooing and doing his stuff, and Ole's over here, figuring out who he could, assassinate. So
Jesus.
I hit Tully in the ribs. I go, are you seeing this? He went, yep, we got something here. Jim Crockett, a week later, comes up to him and he goes, Tully, what's with this Four Horsemen thing? This thing's getting over. Tully looks at him and goes, you think? And so we just moved forward from there, and it just evolved, and people still talking about it today.
Absolutely.
Must have worked.
Yeah, a little bit. What do you think about being the youngest member? Like, you're kind of like the rookie horseman, you know what I mean? But you're the one creating the phrase and the name. So what did you think about your position as far as where you were at that time?
It was never lost on me from day one in this business that the way to get better, because there were no wrestling schools, there were no camps, it was on-the-job training. And you might have a guy work out with you. I personally had about 6 to 8 workouts in the back of a furniture store right there in Rome, Georgia, that a gentleman knew. Jerry Hicks was his name. He knew that I wanted to be a wrestler more than anything on earth. So he bought a ring and put it up, and had Ted Allen, wrestler from that era, come down and train us for about eight times. And then you just, you went to television or you got booked, and somehow somebody got a hold of you and said, hey, you want to work for 4 or 5 months? And you go here and you go there and all those things. So it was never lost on me being on the job training. What was the original question?
Like, you're the youngest guy in the
Being the youngest guy, I was the youngest guy virtually in every ring that I went to. When I first went to Bill Watts, Tim Warner was the first guy they put me with. Tim was a couple of years older, I think, a year or two older, but his experience, he was already 4 or 5 years in. And everyone was better than me. I learned from everyone. They were gracious enough to teach me so I didn't have to kill somebody. Because, when you first start, you're wide open. You rely, I was powerlifting at the time. I had a, decent amateur background, just high school wrestling. But I was in attack mode because I thought that's how it was. It turned out it was a lot more advanced than that. And I was very, very honored that the youngest guy in the group could contribute something right off the get-go.
What did you think about Ole? Obviously grumpy, but he's obviously taken liking to you. You become ARN Anderson, become, whether it's his cousin or his brother, whatever. I mean, you're an Anderson. What do you think about Ole?
I would have never been a horseman if I wasn't an Anderson first.
True.
I truly believe that. Ole agreeing to be my partner and us having the run that just the two of us had, I learned so much from him. Everything he did, everything he said on a promo. Of course, our styles are different, but very similar, because everything he said, if you look at me, I'm behind him. I'm believing every word he says. I was nothing but respect for his talents. I saw the fact that a lot of that gruffiness of his was just a bluff. It was who he was, because, different periods during his tenure in the business, he was owner at one point. He was booker a couple of times. And when you're the boss, you can't be everybody's friend, and so that was his way of dealing, I think, with the boys. Because you had to walk in a locker room back in 1982 and look around the room. There's some grown-ass men. It's a pretty bad apple sitting in that room. I'm talking Dick, when you're talking Dick Slater and, some of those guys, Stan Hansen. You look around the room, it's like, damn. Pretty salty crew. Harley Race.
Yep.
Pretty intimidating.
Blackjack Mulligan.
Blackjack Mulligan, my God. You know, if you sat down and showed me a list, I could go, what about remember him? And you would just go in. I would be starstruck because I was just a kid. I might have had 50 matches by the time I met some of these guys at the very most. And you just, Bob Orton Jr., him and Dick Slater were the team that inspired me to want to be a wrestler. So, yeah, I learned from everybody.
All right, we're going to do our first batch of signings, guys, coming in here, guys. So this is your opportunity right here, guys, to get your photos signed, guys. Photos are going to appear on the screen, guys. And go ahead and you guys start signing them. And then make sure you guys go ahead and get your orders placed in now, guys. Make sure you guys are ordering them, guys. The photos will appear on the screen, guys.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So guys, make sure you guys are placing your orders, guys. Guys, the artwork, guys, the exclusive artwork that was done today, you will not see our artwork anywhere else available. The photos, or you will not see these photos anywhere else. You can tug up, and we will have some very special photos we'll be auctioning off as well. Some very special merchandise we'll be auctioning off as well in just a moment, guys. So guys, again, guys, make sure you guys are all taking your opportunities. Get your photos signed, guys. Place your orders just like with Jessica, like you normally do. Send a message through the Gimmick tree. Very simple process, guys. She will secure your payment, guys. And Josh, there you go. There's the first one on the camera getting done here, guys. So, guys, make sure you guys all take your time, guys. Jessica will get to everybody's orders, guys. We will make sure everybody's stuff gets signed today, guys. And just take your time, guys. And you guys just make sure everybody these very patient guys, be very understanding, guys. We have one person that doesn't. We know she knows what she's doing, and she's my boss. So
I should have put that at the head of that whole speech instead of the end.
I know. Yeah. I don't want to put her over too much because she doesn't work with the food.
Oh,
okay.
All right, guys. Again, guys, the photos, guys, we'll pop them up on the screen, guys, that are available. Pick out your number. Just give your number to Jessica, and which way you want your inscribed, your autograph, guys. We'll get it taken care of. Okay. I can't do that right now.
Can't do that now, maybe later.
Maybe down the road we can do something like that. All right, that's John. I don't think we have time for that today.
There's no specific color, just whatever.
if we sign.
Just sign? Okay.
You want
Blue,
that?
that kind of pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell him.
That's just
tell him
closer and then your autograph.
Yeah.
Right.
So many people say the original is the greatest four horsemen. Obviously, ARN, Ole, Tully, and Rick with
Right.
JJ. I'm always a fan of Barry, ARN, Tully, and Rick.
Have two opinions. You can never. Okay. I don't think when something, the original, gets over, let's just take Lethal Weapon movie. I'm a fan of the Lethal Weapon series.
Absolutely.
First one was the one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Second one was incredible, but you go back and watch the first one. That's where the character development came in, and that's where the guy became a star, I think. You know, so the first group with Ole, I think, is probably the most special, the most fan friendly as far as quality matches, getting more mileage out of Barry being there more days, and just what he brought to the team was probably the best grouping at that particular time.
I definitely agree.
One memory, being right in the shadows of Philadelphia right here, your last night in NWA was against the Midnight Express.
Yep.
Right here in Philadelphia.
Great match.
Great match. One of those iconic matches. It was a story that you guys were building up that obviously got cut short, for reasons, you know what I mean? You guys leaving and everything. Do you guys think that what do you think that story would have turned into with you guys?
They're huge.
I think it would have been the biggest
It
business
just
ever.
flamed up. We had just the week before, sometime before, Wrestled in the new Charlotte Coliseum, the home of the Hornets. Brand new building. We were the first event in there.
Right.
It was Luger Flair, Midnight Express, Horseman.
Right.
15,000 people.
That was a strong game.
Wow. Nice.
And this was, the business had taken a big dip. That's where Turner was coming in, and he was either going to buy it or they were going to bankrupt it. So it was a lot of turmoil going on, and they still pulled that kind of house out. That match, if you'd have known what was going on behind the scenes, would have really took on some flavor, wouldn't it? If you knew that was going to bear last night.
We don't know then, huh?
Yeah.
Funny thing, if social media would have been what it was and kicked in, we could have never pulled that off.
No.
To fly out of the Philly airport and fly into Newark, get a limo to Vince's house and all that, and then back to Philly and work the show.
They would have figured you out.
Just signatures on all
Yeah, okay. And I did, let's be clear. I can, the truth never changes, and I could tell the story beyond even having to think about it. I didn't want to leave. All we wanted is just
The payoff.
We didn't want to hold them up. We just wanted to be paid what the boss, the owner, told us or told me he was going to pay me. When a guy walks in a room and says, "All right, can I see you? Let's go to the bathroom." In our business, it means one of two things. We're fixing to be a hell of a fight,
Right.
or there's some serious business to be discussed. When the guy pulls you in and says, "Hey, you've done a great job. We've been through some headaches here, but you guys, we're getting back on track. I want to pay you $25,000 for this pay-per-view." What would you think if your boss volunteered that?
Thank you, sir.
You expect to get it. It's
Make
not
it
like
happy.
I said, I feel like I should get $25,000 for this. I never did that in my entire life to this day. He said it to me. So then you get down the road and you're working hard to get shit turned around, and it's half or less than that.
Crazy. Yeah.
So I don't want to leave, but
Fortunately.
as a man, my rules are protect my family. Number one, I can take a lot of shit. I can eat a lot of shit if they're okay. And every now and then I've learned over the years, and it's just very seldom you can say no when you're 100% right and walk out the door and never look back. Not wonder. That's one night that I knew we were doing the right thing.
And if you can get footage of that match, I think it's on YouTube. I know Cornette has a copy of it. The actual match of Midnights against you guys. He's awesome in it, Cornette. JJ's awesome in it. Such a great match.
And you know what? I've never seen the match, but I bet you I could have gave them a lot better performance if my mind wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crowd was nuts.
And
Yeah.
I owed that to those guys. That's probably the one regret I have. And I haven't seen it. It might have been okay. I don't
It was
know.
really good, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we were just functioning on just instincts at that point. Because in our mind, when we went to the ring, we had already left.
Just dropping the titles and leaving.
Yeah, we were already gone. This was just a formality.
You speak about your family and stuff. Recently on your podcast, I listen to your podcast weekly with Conrad.
Thank you.
And you shared something very personal that really touched me about your grandfather, about that work ethic your grandfather shared with you, about how you said that, he explained how, some people live in the big house, you know what I mean? And we live in this house, you know what I mean? And, I go out every day for you guys and everything. And that's the reason you did all the trips and all the miles that you did for you and your family and everything. You think that that's a missing work ethic in today's workers?
Well, number one, my grandfather's the greatest man I've ever known. I was not his grandson, even biological. My grandmother and he took me in, actually just took me out of my mother's hands at the hospital and just brought me home. So they knew she was not capable of raising a child. And that is another long, long story. But he taught me that. I mean, he was cutting hair back in those days, and he would go in. I think he was there on the job cutting hair at 6 a.m. and he would knock off about 6 p.m. He would come home, eat a little bit of dinner, change his clothes, and he would go out and work the garden. He had a garden in the back, so till dark. And it just blew me away because I would go to his shop on different days, just pop in there, whatever, and it was packed. Those benches across that shop, I mean, there would be 15 people in a barber shop waiting to get a haircut. Police, firemen, I mean, men's men, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And he had his old truck, his old Chevrolet truck that he bought, that he paid for, I think cash, and our home, which I didn't know at the time, was paid for, but it was a very, very small home. And he just taught me that you don't not go to work, son. You get up no matter what, whether you're feeling good, you feel bad, whatever it is, you go to work. And I just brought that same work ethic to me. You know, you show up, people spend their money to see you, give them everything you got that night. You know? And if your talent will allow you to give them something special, at least no matter what else happens that night, when they're walking out the door, they go, I know some of that's a show, but goddamn Andersons, man, they fucking hate everybody.
Yeah.
We got that, good to go.
Absolutely.
You were always such a great worker, and I was totally a great worker. When they put Luger in the Horseman with you guys, what's your thoughts on Luger? Because he's pretty green, he looks great, he looks like $1 million, but he's green, and you guys are kind of veterans, and he's a rookie and everything else. So what do you think when they take out Ole? Obviously, predates Barry Windham, but what do you think about replacing Ole with Lex Luger?
Well, I knew Ole, and we go back to our family. Ole's deal was when they first hired him, he said, I'll come back work for a while, but I'm not going to be in forever. And point blank, he wanted to go see his son, Bryant, who was wrestling at UTC amateur. And he was wanting to go see his matches, which meant he wasn't going to be at TV a lot of days and all that stuff. I didn't quite understand that because I'm like, this is working, this is great. I knew even then that you can't take him, Ole Anderson, out. Who are you going to put in there? And when they showed us Luger, I went, okay, I get he looks phenomenal. Looks better than everybody in the business. But you can't replace an Ole Anderson. You just can't. But when it was Dad said that, hey guys, he said, I'm going home. That's it. And that whole angle was a shoot that we worked. But he was going home one way or the other, and Luger looked so good. He just gave us a asset that now we're trying to get heat. And at the time, I knew it was going to be a bit of a disconnect, but we're trying to get heat. Tully and I are being real pricks. People love Flair. People love Luger. Look at him. The girls loved it. What's not to love? I mean, they're not going to dislike that guy. So we're spinning our wheels to try to put Luger over and shove him down everybody's face on promos so that at least the guys and the boyfriends of all these girls would dislike him.
Right.
They wouldn't want to, well, the saying goes, they want to be with him or they want to be him, We tried to at least cancel out, and we would look at your friend, we'd go, look at this guy, I'd really shove him down your throat. So it was what it was. I don't think Lex had that in mind for his career. Obviously, he had bigger aspirations, and which was fine. We did the best we could. I don't think anybody can say we didn't.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we're going to do the first item that ARN brought with us today. This is out of his personal collection. This is a hat. Now, ARN will tell you the story now about this hat. This hat was, you're telling us this was given to you by WCW. When they first, then this hat was a prototype, so this was not released to the general public. This is a starter WCW hat.
One of a kind.
This is the one-of-a-kind item right here, guys. So, guys, you'll get a good look at right here, guys. It has the full Horseman logo right there on the front of it. WCW logo on the side, starter, and a Horseman on the back, guys.
WCW logo on the side.
Imagine that deal at the time.
Yeah.
Starter in WCW. It would have been awesome.
Yeah.
And I've honestly never seen it.
I was actually trying to do a research on my phone about if the WCW actually inked the deal. Apparently, they were in talks of doing something, but it never developed fully. So this is a prototype, guys. So this is your opportunity to own a prototype, a one of a kind from your personal collection, ARN.
Yep.
Now, guys, we're gonna start this off, guys, at $150, guys. Now, guys, this is a prototype, guys. I mean, this is a man's man hat, guys. You can wear this around, guys. And, of course, if you want it autographed or you want it personalized, Arnold will be more happy to sign it on the bill cap for you. Guys, we're starting this off at $150, guys. It is a one-of-a-kind hat. Guys, you will not find this anywhere else, guys. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yes, I mean, you will not find this anywhere else, once again. So, Arnold will sign it for you guys. And, you know, my one of my questions got sent in to me was about your time when you went to WWE. You worked obviously with Telly. You started working with Bobby. What was the translation of working from Bobby to JJ? What was the differences of the management?
I've actually had, actually this just kind of hit me all at once. Do you realize I've been managed by Paul Ellering,
Yes.
Paul Heyman,
Yep.
JJ Dillon, and Bobby Heenan? I didn't even realize that until I sat down and thought about it one day.
For the best.
The best of the best, really, of all time.
Yep.
I would say that they're always the Mount Rushmore thing is the big deal. You know, people always ask you what's your Mount Rushmore of managers. You got to put Cornette up there. Obviously, I never had the opportunity to work with Jimmy, but with the exception of Jimmy, I had Colonel Parker.
Yep.
You know, I had some great minds around me, and Bobby Heenan. More so than anything, what he brought to us was he was just, it was the backstage stuff. I would say, hey, Bobby, what do you think about this hat? And before that hat could hit the table, he had a witty comeback to it, something funny.
Yeah.
Every single time, no matter what I said to him, he had a rebuttal. He was just a pleasant guy to be around, sharp as a tack, and he had some heat, man. They start the weasel chant. All you had to do is follow up with getting your ass kicked, and you had a beautiful night.
You guys,
hell of a bumper too.
Again, guys, the hat now starts at $150 as the opening bid, guys.
Textbook.
And I mean, you will not find this anywhere else, guys. This is a prototype hat, guys. A once in a lifetime Horseman collectible piece. So I would jump on this, guys, while we can. Now we do have some other items as well. Some items from your time in the WWE that we'll have available here in just a little bit, guys. But we wanted to start with this. This is an awesome opportunity here, guys. Jump on this hat, guys. A starter Horseman hat, guys. $150 opening bid, guys. This is a piece of wrestling history in hands right here, guys. If you're a true Horseman fan, we will jump on this right now, guys. Now, as we're getting everything signed, guys, the pictures are still available, guys. Again, the message Jessica, she will get your orders taken care of, and we will go from there. And you can buy the shirt. You can go to the ARNshow.com through Conrad and everything, and you can get the shirt available as well.
And I'm going to go ahead and tell you the truth about the reason that I'm getting rid of this hat.
Okay.
The stuff that I brought today has personal meaning to me. But one thing that is crystal clear, which was pointing out to me and my two sons, who also have big heads,
right,
or they would not let this have left the house. It's kind of hard when you got a head like mine to wear a hat.
Yeah.
That is the sole reason that I wanted someone with a smaller head that was a big fan that could wear this every day and really enjoy it. That's the only reason this is leaving the house, because it was handed to me by the WCW merchandise guy and said, I've kind of put this together. I'm thinking about, putting you guys out a line of hats. What do you think? I said, I wouldn't change a thing. That's the final words. I never heard another word from him.
Absolutely.
So I'm pretty sure, unless somebody comes up with one from somewhere, this was the only one in existence of its kind. I want somebody to enjoy it. Just like the other items that I brought today. It's purely something that I think my fan base are grown males, in that, 17, 18, 20 to 60-year-old group And I just brought some things that I thought you guys would enjoy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you for all your support all these years. I really never had a chance to thank you, but thank you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring out the other items as well, guys. Now, this is the first one out here. This one right here is, I guess this is
WB producer jacket, right?
And it's a size 3X.
Yep.
In case anybody was
For the big guys out there, yeah, this is what, when they came out every year with the game, they would give us the producers, because we weren't on the game, obviously.
Right,
yep.
But this was like a nice little gift that we would wear around in the afternoons
Right.
out through the arena, and you know, backstage we get in the ring with guys and all like that. And it was like we were the only one that got one, which made it special. It was a nice gift, and I know that guys like to have a lightweight jacket they could just throw on and wear to the gym or go beating around the ball or whatever.
my God, that's a good little combination right there.
Lethal.
And it
Yeah,
matches.
nice.
So black.
And that's
Yes.
from the 17, 2K17.
So technically speaking, it is ring worn because you wore it in the ring with the guy.
It would be the whole time I was working with the Randy Ortons of the world and the John Cenas and all these guys and helping them get better. This would be ring worn. Once I was out in the ring,
Yeah, yep.
actually helping them doing the bare bone stuff. So
All right, guys. Now the jacket, guys, are going to start at $200, guys. I mean, that is a collector's piece jacket, guys. Now the last time that he had a jacket similar sold for well over $300-400, guys. So take advantage today. Jump on this right now, guys. I mean, combo it up. I mean, that's a lethal combination right there. I mean, that's a little bit of, I mean, WCW, a little bit of WWE. That could be a shadow boxed out. I mean, that's
definitely a conversation piece, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Especially if you got to give them the history.
Yeah.
There's history. There's a lot of history. You know.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
Well, hey, all those young guys that are today's superstars, I was sat in a WWE ring and said, here's why you do this and here's why you don't. So
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, so, again, guys, so the photos are available, guys. Go ahead and place your orders, guys. You'll see the graphics come across, guys. And again, guys, right there, 2K17. And we also have 2K18 available as well. If you're I believe 2K18 available as well. Now,
Another producer jacket.
yes,
Nice.
right there.
Nice.
now that
This one is a size 3X.
if you look at that, I think this is maybe one of the nicer ones just because it's not all black for those of you that
A little gray in
feel
there.
like a little gray.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Aficionados. And keep in mind, it's a 3X, but it's not like a oversized 3X. So
Absolutely. Again, guys. So again, that will be an opening bid of $200 as well for that jacket. So either one of the jackets will open at $200. The hat will open at $150, guys. Again, guys, these are true collector's pieces that we're dealing with here today. Again, guys, we got the pictures here, guys. I guess take your time, guys. Ask questions away as well. The fan asked, your memories of Pensacola when you first coming in, like Florida, like in Florida and everything.
what about it?
Just your memories of it.
Oh, Pensacola, yeah, God Almighty. It was I tell people, all my friends that have been in the wrestling business and did not have the opportunity to wrestle on the Pensacola territory,
Right.
heaven on earth. Give you the week. And remember, it is so clear to me. Monday, we all lived in Pensacola. You would drive up to Birmingham, 275, drive back. Tuesday, 50 miles to Mobile, 50 miles back. Wednesday, off day, off. And the wrestling business was unheard of.
Probably go to the beach.
Oh, you could go to the beach every day if you wanted to. I mean, it was up to you. The only day you really had to crowd it in would be Monday. But if you want to go, straight away from the gym and go over for an hour and a half, you could. It was plausible. And Thursday was probably Montgomery. Friday was a spot show on the way to Dothan, where you could either drive back home if you chose to, or you could drive on into Dothan and do a little drinking at the Sheraton.
Oh, yeah.
And we chose to every week do a little drinking. Wake up the next day, you'd be at TV by 12. You would do television taping in Dothan and do a house show there that night. After that, drive right back to Pensacola, Guess what was Sunday? Pensacola. So in your head, do the math, I'll help you with it. It's about 800 miles a week of driving.
Not bad.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Should I drove that in 2 days many times with WWE.
Of course, yeah.
Hard driving through the snow and through the mountains and you name it. And I met my wife there, who's still with me today. ARN, God bless her. She's a good woman. If you can find a woman that'll stay with you in this business, you better hang on to her. And I was fortunate enough to be there for about 14 months, which in those days, Hills had about a 6-month run. But I was working with the Armstrongs a lot, and I just found a home there. And I really didn't have to leave when I did. Rick just booked me out to, he said, Charlotte's fixing the pop. We're putting some players together and really like to have you there. And so he negotiated and talked me into it. And started with Crockett in March of '85.
Nice.
Rest is history.
Yep. And the rest, as they say, is history. For sure. Where do you kind of get discover? How does Rick discover you down there? Is he traveling down there doing some
He was
NWA?
wrestling there.
Okay.
The champion in those days would come in for a week.
Right.
And he would wrestle Bob Armstrong or Ron Fuller, the top guys in the territory. A lot of times we'll do an hour Broadway, which is for those that don't know, is a 1 hour time limit draw. And he drew. And the champ coming to town was a big deal. It was like places that don't have entertainment at all, and all of a sudden they got, back in the day, the circus was in town.
Mm-hmm.
Big deal.
Yep.
And it was a big deal when Rick was the champ coming to town, and somebody had to pick him up at the airport, take him to his hotel, and for that week, be responsible for taking him to the gym and all that. They asked me if I would consider doing it. I would be honored to do it. And we built a friendship in that first week. And he left and went back on the road, came back, months later, and he saw that I had improved, which I hope was substantially. I was learning everything I could, certainly. And he said, we got some big things going to be happening in the Carolinas. I'd like to have you. And he left again, and it was a couple months. Got a hold of me. There was at TV on Saturday. There was a message, call Ric Flair at this number. I went, yeah, right. Yeah, boy.
Wow.
But they said, no, I'm serious. Call him. He called and he said, just so you know, I've taken you out of the middle. I just, told Ron Fuller that would be interested in you. Would they consider letting you go? And he said, well, in those days, all the promoters worked together. And well, yeah, he's had a pretty good run here. We'll talk. What have you talked to Arn about it? He said, yeah. What did he say? He said, well, he's not giving me anything definite. He said, well, y'all talk, get back to me. I talked to him, got back to Ron. I work as much notice as you want. And what do you think, Ron? And here's how great promoters were some of them back in the day versus some that really sucked. But he was one of the good guys. He said, Ron, I think it's an opportunity you cannot afford to miss.
Right. Good of them. Very nice.
And it gave me the highest pay I had my last week in the territory on the way out.
Wow.
Which you got that check in the mail always. Well, usually you got screwed. Just face it. Plus you weren't coming back anytime soon.
Yeah.
Gave me the biggest payday I've ever had working for them. Which was outstanding.
That's amazing. Yeah, usually you probably get the worst check now on the way out.
Well, because usually guys it wouldn't be that the company finished them up. It would be that they're leaving.
Yeah, it's true.
They're bitching about pay or they're bitching about positioning and they're going to try to hold them up. They go, well, you're free to go.
All right, guys, a couple of you guys want to see the jackets we've been getting requests for, so we're going to hold those up here. I'll let KT hold those up here in a second here. Now, I know, what are the questions, KT? Are they good workout jackets, obviously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use them for anything, It's kind of dressy without being dressy. If you want to wear it with some jeans to the mall or whatever, if you just want to wear it at the gym.
Yeah. Exactly. Kind of, throw her jeans on, walk around with it, or
Girl.
athletic pants, walk around with it.
Anything.
Absolutely. Matches up everything.
Now, Charlie, you told me your favorite 2 horsemen ever were Mongo McMichaels and Paul Romer. Is that true?
I mean, I don't remember him telling you that, but I tell you what, I'm a fan of Mongo because he's a man's man.
Damn right he is.
Super Bowl champion.
I
You know,
got a little trouble with Mongo a couple years ago, but
I want to hear that.
Mongo had a little signing with Mongo, and Mongo was like, "You like to go out and have an adult beverage after the signing," and 2 days later, I don't remember anything else. He's
Famous last words. I went drinking with Mongo.
Didn't you tell me once that you went drinking, or somebody went drinking with Mongo in Philly, and they lost him for a week? Like he was gone. 2 weeks, he was gone.
Tracy, we have a bid on the Horseman hat for $100. Would be it'd be $150. Tracy would be the bid. That is the minimum bid. It is a lifetime hat, so it's $150 to open a bid, Tracy.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
So just add a 5 to that right there, and you'll be good to go, Tracy.
But let's get back to Paul Romer. Why Romer? I don't get that.
He's a body guy. I bet you.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at me. I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym, baby, all the time. I mean, I gotta be. I mean,
your body guys all stick together.
I know. Protein shakes and health nutrition bars.
Me and Jay there saying always our favorite horseman. You're saying Paul Romer.
Come on. I mean, at least he outlasted Sting.
Yeah. But that was part of the story. Sting was going to get
was never really a horseman. And Mongo, let me tell you guys, he was he never had one wrestling lesson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, okay, ARN, here's a helmet, some shoulder pads. You want to go play for the Bears? Really? How do you think that turned out?
Right.
And I think guys or people are a little hard on him about the fact that he wasn't a polished wrestler. He's a polished human being.
Yes, he was.
It's funny. You go back and watch his matches and stuff. Guys would kill to get that reaction that he got. He was getting huge pops.
Well, hey, listen. Most fans are crossover fans. I know most wrestlers are NFL fans.
Oh yeah.
I would say far and above basketball or anything else. What do you say?
Yes. Yep.
And we respect. One thing about athletes, we all respect what another guy can do that we can't. And Mongo was a freaking all-pro playing for the 1985 Bears, for God's sake.
Yep, unbelievable.
That speaks volumes.
All right, guys, we have another auction item right here, guys. This is something very special right here, guys. Now, there's only going to be one of these in existence each one, guys. This is an original photo taken by your good friend, Eddie.
Eddie Cheslock, yes. The former JCP photographer.
Yes.
Right, so this is one of the original ones, one of the classic, one, the ARN holding the national title with the hat on there. I mean, amazing one. Guys, we're going to auction this off, guys. The opening bid on this, guys, is going to be $40, guys. It's the opening bid on this one, guys. Then that's the first one that we're going to be auctioning off. All these are going to be auctioned off at $40. Show them the next one. Now, this is the famous one where you wore the New York Yankees cap.
Ooh, that got some heat.
Yeah, that got some heat there.
Looks like a small hat, too.
Yeah. Again, guys.
My head was smaller in those days, too.
Yes. $40 just for that picture as well, guys. Opening bid on that one. Second one is him wearing the national title right there with the blue trumps right there. And that's probably, Craig is probably taken in Richmond, Virginia, I'd imagine.
Yep, backstage.
Yep.
Richmond Coliseum.
Yep.
And then the next one is now we have this photo available, but this is the original one with him and Rick. Rick with the big gold belt and ARN with the famous TV title that he, in my opinion, is the greatest TV champion of all time.
You're too nice.
No, I mean, and help elevate that title to another level with some of the greatest matches of all time. Guys, right there is your opportunity to own 4 pieces of history right there, guys. They are $40 each opening bid, guys. And I'll keep an eye on the feed on that.
What do you think Goldie said to me when I walked out and he walked out beside me and I had that hat on?
He was probably not happy with you.
What are you doing with that effing hat on?
Nice.
Pete, ain't it?
No, that's Matt.
He just sat there and shook his head and
Yes,
kept walking.
Keep walking, guys. So again, guys, any one of those guys is just going to be $40. It's going to be the opening bid. Now, Tammy, I know you said you would you take $100 on the opening bid, guys? It is the opening bid is going to be $150, guys. Minimum is $150 on that.
Check out all the different logos on there. Once again, the starter, full Horseman, and WCW. So you're getting
Right there.
3 logos in one.
One of a kind. Only one in existence, guys. Right there, guys. And now, guys, again, we have the jackets that are available, guys. They are 3X. They are great for working out, guys. Look at that right there.
There's another one. Yeah.
Yep. Right there, you can feel the cloth on it. It's really nice right there. Again, guys, make sure you guys are placing your orders, guys. Jessica just came back in from taking a little smoke break, so she's ready to take some more of your orders. So do that. And then, again, we have the photos available right here, guys, for just $40 opening bid, guys.
All right, guys, I want to take over for 1 minute while Charlie takes a quick little break. Once again, all the graphics are on your screen. Just choose the number that you would like autographed. Obviously, the art print is done by yours truly. Check that one out. They're size 11 by 17. And then we also have the regular photos as well. If you want to get a second look at the original promos, once again, these are originals. These aren't reprints. So they're from, I would say this is probably from late 80s, right?
That's going to be probably 80.
88, 89?
No, God, earlier, much earlier. 80, probably 5.
Oh, wow. So,
Yeah, 85 at the very latest, 86.
So this is about probably 30 years old. I mean, no, 30, more than 30.
Oli and I would have been the national tag champions. That's the national belt, right? National tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is probably close to 35 years old.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, I got a question for you. I'm a South Philly kid, so I grew up on ECW. You made an appearance in ECW. How did that come about? With Sabu, I believe.
I was booked out. At that particular time, I had done an angle with Bill Watts' son, Eric Watts, and I'd been out a few months, and I was in the process of starting back, and they booked us out, and I worked for Paulie a couple of days, and actually, I think it was like a couple of days, maybe 2 days of TV, and it was with Sabu, Terry Funk, and
Bobby Eaton.
Yep, and we were out of our element because I was not falling out of the ceiling for nobody. Nobody was falling out of the ceiling on me. So it was a little bit of a weird pairing. But my experience with Todd Gordon and Paulie and everybody, all the boys treated me fine. I wasn't there to get anybody's job, and they knew it. I was just passing through. And I think that makes for a different locker room when they know that you're just in and out.
Right. Yeah, it's one of my favorite ECW moments. Is you coming in.
Never thought you'd see it, right?
Yeah, it was so random. I couldn't believe the footage existed when I discovered it.
Well, it's like working for Cornette over Smoky Mountain, the same thing.
Right.
I went over for 3 days. One of the most enjoyable experiences I've ever had.
I remember just the TV of that of Cornette just pulling the sheet off.
Yeah.
And just Bobby, the reaction, and Bobby's like, oh, shaking hand, and then just boom, and then you guys were off to the races because no one thought they'd ever see Arn Anderson team up with the Rock and Roll Express.
Yep.
And it was just,
how far-fetched is that?
right? It's like, wow. I mean, for a Southern kid growing, I was watching it. Oh my God!
Of everybody underneath that, I was probably the last one they would pick. If you had a list of names, who's that going to be?
Yep.
I would have been last.
How much are the 8x10s? Which ones are available? I'll show the person these again real quick, guys.
Regular 8x10?
No, the originals here. Now the originals, Garrett, are available. This is the one with Ric Flair and Arn right here. That's the original photo that was taken. This is right here with the national title right here. These are all original from Eddie Chestnut.
Again, this is 35
Eddie
years old.
Chestnut.
Like these are original photos. These are not copies of them, guys.
35.
These are original pictures, guys. Here wearing the Yankees cap,
The old
guys.
JCP photographer Eddie Chestnut.
Yes.
Good buddy.
Yes.
Always good buddy too.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
You know, good man. I met him at your first convention we did together. And then, of course, right here with the national title with the Richmond Coliseum, guys, these are just $40 each, guys. If you guys go ahead and just want to grab one of them, you can. $40 each, right across the board. And then we can take care of it for you guys. And then, guys, the producer jackets are available, guys. They are $200 opening bid. Make sure you guys go ahead and grab one of those. I will. I got
Another producer jacket, very nice, all ring worn, which is great.
So we have 3 of them available, so you can see on camera.
Yep. I think they meant the shirt he was wearing.
Yeah, I think so.
No, that's-
So, Arn, we're talking about ECW. Do you have any? Obviously, Philadelphia has a different crowd when it comes to the audience. It's got a different vibe completely. How was your experience coming to Philadelphia, whether it was ECW or any other company?
I'll give you a story that best probably describes me and Philadelphia. In the later WCW years, you remember PN News?
Sure,
Yo baby, yo.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Which down south was babyface. They were, pushing him to be this. That was the beginning, I guess, of hip hop and all that stuff. And so he was going to be that guy. Well, that didn't fly, obviously, in Philly. I had a single match with him, and I came to the ring. Philly fans loved us because we're blood and guts. Horsemen were baby faces in Philly. That's where we're the Road Warriors.
Yep.
And Dusty, and then it was run for your life. We were definitely bad guys. So, the match started, and I bounced around for the guy. He was a big guy. Silence. Bounced around for him some more. Silence. Kicked his knee out from under him. The place exploded. I kept it very short. Put the boots to him. He made a comeback. Silence. Beat me. 1, 2, 3. Silence. He left the ring, and I got up, and I just looked around, and they fucking exploded. He totally got it.
Yeah, it sums up Philadelphia.
That's really
It's really accurate, actually.
And other than screaming just, like negative shit at him, they just gave him nothing. That was their way of telling you what they wanted. And, through the years, they were a pretty diverse audience. Like ECW fans, I think, would be a portion of what would go to our show or a WWF show. And they had their own individual fans for us and for them. It was like a hell of a blend. It was Philly really, over the years, has really supported wrestling, no matter who it is. I think they give everybody a chance to win their approval. And,
Right.
It was a town a lot of the baby faces hated going to. I loved it.
Yeah, that sounds like Philadelphia. They booed Santa Claus. Totally
Well, they arrest their own fans, don't they?
Yeah.
Market stadiums, that's pretty
Philly
strong.
at the Eagles.
I fought like hell. Got a friggin' police department in the stadium. That's the only one of those, right? Gotta be.
Yeah, I think so. The only one I've ever heard of. Yeah.
Talking about a buzzkill.
Yeah.
Do you have any memories of? I think it was probably right around '99. I guess you guys did the Old School Outlaws at the time with Terry Funk, yourself. Who else was in there? I'm trying to think. Do you have any memories of that? You guys were feuding with Kevin Nash at the time. He powerbombed you guys through the Thunder.
You were helping
entrance.
David Flair.
Yeah.
Was it 99? Was it that late?
2000, I think.
Yeah, it's like
There's some
99.
stuff that I just,
Yeah, late 99, 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Sullivan
I
took
don't
over.
remember at all.
Really?
Well, I wouldn't have been doing too much because I'd already had my neck surgery
Right.
in '97, and that pretty much prevented me from doing a lot. I managed, like, we'd go out some with Rick, and I went out some with Benoit, and Dean, against Eddie, and I think Ray. We had a loop, some of that, but not much.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and put up a next auction item that's available. Now, this is from ARN Anderson's personal collection as well. This is a 11 by 14. This is the group of the Four Horsemen, John's favorite Four Horsemen.
Yes.
With all the belts. I mean, amazing photo. That obviously that will get personally signed by ARN today. And the great thing I like about things like this, you can take it. This could be an adventure, like a journey, and you can get stories behind the signings and different signings available and everything.
Yeah, in today's world, thanks for you guys bringing this to all of us,
right?
Making this possible. I'm pretty sure that it will be available to get all those signatures probably through this same avenue, right, going forward.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Today could be the first day of it.
Absolutely. And again, guys, so we're going to open this up, guys. This is going to open up, guys, at $75. This is a beautiful poster, and it will include the autograph from ARN, guys. Right here, $75, guys. This is from his personal collection, guys. This isn't when you go find off the street, guys, right here. So this is right here, a beautiful photo, 11 by 14, guys, opening up at $75, guys, and it will be signed by ARN right here. It can be personalized, whatever you'd like to be done. And again, the producer jackets are available at $200, and the Horseman hat opening bid is at $150.
The size is an 11 by 14. This is much larger. This is definitely 24 by 18.
Oh, it's 24 by 18? Okay. Okay, I thought somebody said it was okay, perfect. Well, you're the expert. You draw for a living, so you draw for a living, so yeah, exactly. So again, guys, so there you see it, guys. What a beautiful thing. Yeah. Actually, I know personally because I've been in JJ's living room there in his beautiful home. He's got that actual something similar like that frames everything. You know what I mean? So that's a great piece.
That was gifted to us with the idea that if we wanted to frame it, put it in our home, and I just never got around to it. I have one of the same that's bigger, so I just ran out of room. And by the way, JJ still looks just like that.
The Silver Fox.
Drives me nuts.
Silver Fox.
Yeah, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, he looked older in 1985, but it was exactly the same as he did then. Yeah, weird.
He said it was all the years of being on the road with Flair.
I could see.
Keeping him young. All right, guys. Again, get your photo opportunities, guys. Get them signed right here, guys. Today, guys. Opening bid on the producer jacket again, guys. Is going to be $200, guys. The photos will be just at $40 a piece. Yes, Brett. Right here, guys.
The original photos are 40, just don't wait.
Yes,
so
yes. The original
reprints
photos
are 25.
Yes.
And again, we only have one of each original promo photo, so if you're interested in that, leave a comment. This is probably my favorite piece. I mean, it's as rare as you can get.
So, Brett, yes. So answer your question. The ring worn, we do have the producer jackets that are available. I can see the hat right there. That hat is a prototype. There's only one end of existence, and that is it. And these are ARN's personal ring jackets he wore for producing all the years doing the WWE. Right there, you have 2018 and 2017 right there. Yes, the jacket starts at $200, and the hat starts at $150. Again, that will include a free autograph. If you guys want an autograph, personalized, whatever you'd like to get done, we'll take it taken care of. And the poster will start at $75. Okay, all right, Chris. All right, Christina, that is yours for $40. Just a straight $40, Christina. Right there. There you go, Christina. That is yours. We're gonna close because we put it up for a while. You did open a bid, and then it's yours for $40. Go ahead and just secure your payment with Jessica, and ask her anything you want written on it, and message her anything you want written on it, and everything.
Also, for anybody viewing, if you don't understand the concept of a prototype, means this is basically a sample they made that never came out. So it was never mass produced. This was never sold. This is literally just one of one that they made as a sample, and unfortunately it was never produced. So you would have 1 out of 1 in the world, which is pretty crazy.
Amazing.
Can you imagine a starter WCW would have inked that deal? I mean,
But they dropped, they fumbled guys big time on a lot of things as far as marketing, just because it wasn't their business. Their business was news and all these other things. It wasn't wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling was just, something to toy with. If they would have really had a top shelf marketing company in there with all that talent that they had at one time. What about Crockett Promotions when they were the hottest?
Yep.
All them action dogs.
Rich and Robert were sold.
Yep.
Dusty.
Yep.
All those guys.
Brett, Aaron, if you can go ahead and put the pin up, we take PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and you can message Gimmick Tree directly for any item that you want to go ahead and purchase. The pin is up there on the screen now. And you go ahead and message Gimmick Tree on anything as well. Now, we have these beautiful things available as well for just $10, guys. Right here, guys, the Horseman Pin. Right there, guys. Exclusive Horseman Pin, guys. Just $10 right here, guys. These are available. So just go ahead and just message Jessica for the pins as well. And that's just be $10. It's just the ones we showed on the graphic there, Mike, and then of course these original photos that we have right here. We have the one with Ric Flair and ARN right here. Then we have the classic one with ARN with the Yankees cap on, and then the one right here is the Richmond Coliseum with the national title on right here. These are just $40 a piece, and you can go ahead and you can do your normal payment again, guys, and then. I think this is amazing right here. Kate, you want to show this for the people real quick? This amazing poster right here. Now, this poster, like I said, I guess it's a 12. What did you say? A 12 by
18 by 24.
18 by 24, guys. I mean, John's favorite group of the Four Horsemen, and many people's as well, with the Horsemen with all the belts there, guys. That is going to be opening bid. It's going to be $75 right there, guys. That is from ARN's personal collection. So make sure you guys jump on that, guys. Because we do have a couple other posters, but they're nothing like this right here, guys. That's right there. And that's a beautiful glossy frame up really well, guys. So again, guys, that'll be $75 opening bid on that one.
It's got a nice big paper too, so it's heavy duty.
And the great thing is it's already rolled, so we put it right in the shipping tube to you, and it'll be to your house in the next couple days. When does the poster end? I don't understand the question, Brett. When the poster ends, sorry. If you're maybe you're asking about maybe when the signing ends. The signing, we're going to be signing for about another hour, right, John?
Yeah.
Oh, half hour. Oh my goodness. 33 minutes, guys. Time is flying by here, guys. Arnold will respect this. Something I've learned from JJ. Spend time with JJ. Regret is the worst thing in the world to have. Tomorrow you'll sit at home and you'll think about that regret of not picking up something that's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yep.
And you'll sit there and you'll be like, man, you know what? Man, I can't get that. Or maybe that's not available.
Should have got it.
Should have got it, man. So regret again. Okay, guys, do not be a victim of regret, guys. You have any number? Yes, Mike, I have plenty of number 3s available. Just message Jessica.
Want that one yellow?
Yeah, the yellow.
Yep. Message her. We have plenty of the photos available, guys. All available. And then we have the 3 originals right here for just $40 right here. Right here. ARN with the national title right here. Sure, John. He can sign one of the pins. And that would be right there with the belt right there. Guys, again, guys, let's go ahead, guys. Get your orders in now, guys.
At AA, before you shockingly said that FTR was better than you and Tully, which I find hard to believe, but What do you think? More athletic? Why FTR over you guys?
Athletically, I think that probably covers most of it. The fact that they're students, of the business, and they go back and they watch, God knows, how much tape, and they asked a lot of questions, I'm sure, to each other. The whys and the why nots of the business that don't get addressed probably enough. Why do you not power bomb a guy on the apron a minute and a half into a match? You'd be surprised. You giggled, John. You'd be surprised.
I've seen it, yeah.
The number of people that haven't been told that when they were schooled and they were, first brought into the business, they want to do the big stuff.
Yes.
Students. Because that's what they're saying on TV. So they think they need to learn how to do that to get a job. But in the process, they're skipping over all the whys and the why nots. Why do you not do something? The psychology, beyond about everything you do. Everything must have a reason. And it's like if we're sitting here talking and I just all of a sudden thump you in the nose, I'm going to get a reaction.
Yep.
Now, depending on how much that stung, that's going to depend on how big a reaction I get. But you would be surprised at the people that want to disregard the thump in the nose and just move on to, what am I going to do next?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part of business that is not lost on these guys. Everything means something. And they're just so athletic. I mean, I look at AEW, I was sitting there watching the guys last Thursday. And they're out there in the afternoon in the ring. This kid, Scorpio, apparently has an incredible amateur background. I don't know that much about him to have asked him yet, but he was out there warming up and doing some stuff and, shooting across the ring and just doing some stuff with a couple of the guys. I'm like, Jesus, this kid's a horse. He's a stud. He got a hell of an amateur background that nobody even knew about. There's just the athletes of today, I think, have just evolved. They're just better than we were. It was we were selling a different product that the business has become today, but there's also a place to plug in some of that yesteryear stuff that involves the storytelling. And storytelling is what sells tickets. You can do all this flip flop and fly all night, but if everybody does it by the third match, I'm desensitized to it. I'm burnt out on it.
Yep.
So you have to have basics to plug in with it. Hopefully we'll get back to that.
Tony, we still have all the pictures available that are popping up on the graphic. I'm not sure if Aaron can pop that up real quick.
Yep, absolutely. All the pictures are still available, guys. All right, guys, make sure you guys are all placing your orders, guys. Right there are all the pictures popping up right now, guys. Guys, we're going to get ready for our first of getting ready to wind it down, guys. Make sure you guys get your orders in now, guys. Place your orders now, guys. This is going to be your opportunity to get something signed by Double A right here. Personalization or pick up a piece of wrestling history right here and right now.
Just a thought, and I don't know if there are any females out there watching right now.
There is.
If you, because it's mostly, I know my audience are mostly males, boyfriend, husband would love one of these.
Oh, absolutely.
For a nice Christmas gift.
Great Christmas.
Love one of these, and they would never, because again, these are not prototypes, but they were given only to the producers. So there's only a finite number of these around. So it is special in that regard, and it has been ring worn by me. So if you want to surprise him, I don't think he would ever believe that would be under his Christmas tree. Just a thought.
Be an awesome Christmas gift.
Absolutely. I mean, imagine looking at him thinking, oh, here comes another old sweater. Here comes another dad's sweater. Open that box. Oh, my God.
It's an ARN Anderson ring worn jacket. Yep.
As in anybody that wants to pick up one of the jackets, we will include one of the photos as well as an extra way of as a gift to the person as well. It's a great Christmas gift, a little early Black Friday gift.
Yeah, man. There you go.
Absolutely, guys. Make sure you guys are all sharing out, guys, the stream, guys. And guys, let's go ahead and continue, guys, the order. What is shipping to Canada? No, Tracy. 150 is the opening bid on the hat. We cannot do 100.
Keep in mind, Tracy, it's one of one in the world, so it's like this is a next level of rarity when it comes to memorabilia.
Now, tonight, Arn, I know you're WWE's showing the Survivor Series. It's Undertaker's retirement. One of the big moments that you had was at WrestleMania when Taker wrestled Flair, and you did the spine buster on the Taker.
Yep.
What is your memories? Obviously, I mean, no one can ever say a bad word about Undertaker. What's your memories of him that you can?
I have I'm almost embarrassed to let this out of the bag, but apparently it hasn't gotten out at this point. I guess last week Taker was doing a podcast. It's Hot Ones.
It's the hot sauce.
Yeah, with the hot sauce. And,
something, and he was interviewing Taker, and the guy just asked him randomly. He said, "Who's the best technical wrestler you ever saw?"
He said, "You?"
Yeah.
Wow.
I watched that. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I saw that.
Absolutely for you. You would have to be on this side of the desk to appreciate what that means. It doesn't get any better than that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Wow.
I mean,
He's seen quite a few guys that anybody's name coming out of his mouth, might have made more sense, but it's his opinion, and it's one of those things that if you're me, you take that to your grave. It's probably the best compliment I've ever had since I've been in business.
wow,
Amazing.
So, what was the original question?
no, just your thought on Taker.
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
he's the most respected guy in the locker room because sick, hurt, problems at home, whatever it was, he showed up, did his job.
Absolutely.
He led by, he led the locker room by example, and everything was always business with him. What was right for business, and a lot of times he could have made decisions on matches that would have been in his favor, and he didn't because he knew it was the right thing. And he's just a guy that everybody looks up to because he's always right, and it's always business first. And he's special. There'll never be another one.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, he was very firm on his answer too when he named you as the best technical wrestler. It wasn't even like he had to think about it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I mean, and I wouldn't even know that it was there. Probably Conrad sent me a clip of it. He says, "Look at this," and
I guess that kind of is the biggest cosign you can get in professional wrestling is Undertaker telling you you're the best technical wrestler out there.
well, and especially with the history of my exit from there and the fact that I don't work there.
Right.
Anyone, I would venture to say anyone else, and it would have been the right thing to do, would have been, say, someone in your company, Kurt Angle, whoever it would have been, to go outside of his company and say that about me, who's now working for the competition.
Right.
It puts another layer on just the kind of man he is. If they asked him a question, he told them what he thought was the truth. And that's the way he conducted his business. What he thought was the right thing to do, that's what he did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tonight is the 30th anniversary of him and Survivor Series and supposedly quote unquote final farewell. So this could be all she wrote for Undertaker. We'll see though. We'll see if it's going to lead to something.
I hope that they allow him, if that most of that show is featuring him, they allow him to walk away, and if he does walk back in the door for whatever reason, whenever it is, make it right for him.
Absolutely.
He's earned it.
Yep. And that spine buster at WrestleMania 18 he gave him was awesome. It was quite a shocker at the time.
Oh, I mean, if you're at home, you're like watching it. The streak is over.
Yeah.
The streak is over. He hits it. The streak is over, and it's like
You just said the right thing, because no one saw me get there, even live.
Yeah.
I was low running right by the rail. They never saw. It's like I just appeared, and it was so well done on their part and set up so well. And I just went poof like a genie. I'm there. They're going. That's it. He's going to do this.
Yeah.
That was my feeling.
Yeah.
It wasn't a pop just off a spine buster. It went, son of a bitch, when I rolled down and went down. And if you're looking at that, you're going, we're going to get away with this shit.
yeah, you like Flair and Anderson once again pulled, came together and pulled the wool over everybody.
It was
was
not a shock that audience if that would have been the finish. I don't think it was shocking. Wouldn't have been the right thing to do, but it wouldn't have shocked them because it was so well put together by those guys.
Speaking of that, I always ask people, do you think the streak should have ended?
Never. He should have retired with the streak. It was bigger than any angle on any WrestleMania. The streak was the angle.
Absolutely.
Why? Why beat him? He should be able to walk away with that one night of the year. He's unbeatable.
One night a year, he's Santa Claus. I'm sure.
And did Lesnar need to be the guy that beat him?
He didn't need it. He's Brock Lesnar. I stand firmly. Nobody should have beat him. It's just one night after all he's meant to the business and continues to mean that he just was better than whoever's opponent was that one night. It's not about the title. It should never be about the title.
Mm-hmm.
It should be about the streak.
It's almost above the title, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
All right, guys. Go ahead, guys. This is All right, guys. This is gonna be your last call, guys. Put your orders in now, guys. For your photos and pictures, guys. Last call. Ring worn outfits here still.
Is she still hanging on for the hat, Tracy?
Tracy, I believe she may still be on here. I'm not sure.
I want somebody to enjoy that.
So Tracy, if you're still on there, Tracy, for $100, he said you go ahead and have it there, Tracy. If you're still on board there, I'll try to message her as well. Second messenger.
Matt Raines is asking, what's the 2K items? They are ring-worn training jackets that he was given by WWE. So we have 2K17 and we have a 2K18 one.
Those are his producer / road agent jacket.
Yeah, it's my jacket that I wore around during the day at work.
The poster is still available for $75, Brett. Yes.
Again, these are ring-worn.
Okay.
You still got some pins.
And then, of course, you have the pins right here, the Horseman pins.
Forever, baby.
Right here, the Horseman pins right here, guys, are available, guys. Then we have a couple of the photos still available, guys. I'm going to go check with Jess on the orders, guys. Tracy, like I said, the hat is available for $100 if you want to go ahead and do that. Jason Burke, this is your picture.
There you go, Jason.
There you go, Jason.
Thank you, sir.
Burke family always do it. On the jackets, they are $200 for the jackets each, guys. These jackets have sold for well more than $500 on other things that others I've seen other producers bring them out and sell them. These are not available to the general public, so you'll have something very unique and very, very cool to have.
Yeah, these jackets aren't something you can buy on the shop. They have to be.
Okay, Tracy. Go ahead and message Jessica. Go ahead and message Jessica, and I will go ahead and get that confirmed for $100 for the hat. and then go ahead and message Jessica on that. And now the hat will be yours. Go ahead and confirm your payment with Jessica. Just go ahead and message Gimmick Tree on the hat, and we'll get that confirmed. It's $100. Tracy will be messaging it.
Cover.
What yours was? The hat's already gone.
No, the one above it.
Who on messenger? Go ahead, Tony. Message the Gimmick Tree page. Message the Gimmick Tree page the one you're watching the auction on. Don't message me directly. Oh, yes, guys, and we do have these available as well, guys, right here. Now, John's brother was telling me about these. These are actually what they give. They actually give
Swag
bags
Yeah.
to the people at the events, guys. This is right here from Personal Collection. This is from WrestleMania 18. We just talked about. We just talked about it right here, guys. This is from ARN's Personal Collection, guys, and obviously ARN could sign it for you guys. We couldn't do that one, guys, at an opening bid, guys, of just $50 for that one. And then we have WrestleMania Dallas.
32.
Yep, 32, the big one.
Banner.
The banner piece there, guys.
Nice.
Now, that one frames out really well. You obviously have Roman right there on it, guys. You have the attendance record there. And ARN can obviously sign that as well if you like, guys. That will be at $75, guys.
These are all from ARN's Personal Collection.
Yes.
Yeah, these aren't ones that we had in stock or anything. ARN brought these himself, and this one is still available. $75.
Yep.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated cover.
Right here. Obviously, being a producer for years, WrestleMania is obviously the big day of the year. You know what I mean? And the big week, obviously. You have access. They're running y'all a million plates and everything. What was it like? Hall of Fame weekend. I mean, you wore so many hats when you went in Hall of Fame. I'm imagining being a producer, Hall of Fame, access, and everything. Was that like the craziest WrestleMania weekend?
For the producers, it's a hell of a week's work.
Right.
You don't have a day that you have downtime.
Right.
Believe it or not, they don't have enough rooms to accommodate as many, rehearsals and stuff as they should.
Absolutely.
And it's, I'll just put it to you this way. After my Hall of Fame induction, I had to meet Cena over at the arena at midnight to go over the match.
Oh, wow.
So
You didn't get to enjoy your
So I didn't even get that. Well, I mean, I enjoyed it. I was still on a hell of a high, floating around. But notoriously, John liked to go after the Hall of Fame to go and have his entrance and have it timed out and all that and kick some stuff around. So for me, the night of Hall of Fame was a torture. Sometimes I want to get back to the hotel at 4 a.m.
Oh my God. Obviously, who was your favorite person? Was it John to do stuff for?
Well, there wasn't even an option. Vince gave John to me. He said, he's yours, teach him.
Wow. So you got John from the very beginning.
From the beginning.
What was your first impression of the guy when you seen him?
Well, a couple of nights it was, the guy looks good, but what a friggin' meathead. I'll give you an example, and this is John, and I applaud that he was willing to try to do some different stuff to get over. One night, and this was right after we first started working together, and he was working with Kurt Angle. And I'm sitting there watching it, and Kurt's getting some heat on John. He's kicking the shit out of him. And all of a sudden, John rolls out of the ring, goes over the rail, goes out and gets one of those big foam fingers and folds it into.
Oh, God.
Well, the audience popped, but as he came back over the rail, guess who was waiting on him?
Yes.
Kurt Angle.
Oh.
Who proceeded to stomp his brains out.
Absolutely.
Which made John, now the audience went, yeah, what a dumb move that was. Dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah, true.
So it was, I applaud you for trying something outside the box. Got to remember your baby face. Don't do stupid shit. And it appeared you did stupid shit. So it was a learning experience. And, you know, you learned, and he got a lot more wise. And John, you know, the main thing is what I tell people about John as he got further into his career and really got over and all the stuff. John doesn't have any kids. John is the leading Make-A-Wish giver on the planet, and it's to kids. That tells you who he is.
Tammy, Aaron, if you could put up the
Pretty
pin,
outstanding, Jasper.
if you could pick up the pin, Aaron, pick up the pin for Tammy, so she could know where to send the payment to. Pick up the pin. It's right there. I just keep that pinned up there for a little bit, Aaron. So you want to go ahead, Tammy? There's your pin right there. The PayPal address is right in there. And you go ahead and send it on over. And then once we confirm it, we'll be good to go. And if you want to autograph or whatever you want to do, let me know. I mean, that's kind of a loaded question. A lot of people ask. I know ask AEW, is there going to be a Horseman?
I don't think there'll ever be another full Horseman. Just to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
Are you jealous of Tully right now that he's managing
Yes.
SCR and you're not?
I am. I certainly am. And I've expressed that. Fell on deaf ears. I'm big fans. I'm big fans of a lot of guys there. Like I said, that Scorpio Sky, that whole group, ECU.
SCU, yeah.
SCU. Yeah. All these damn letters. Very good. Unless you've seen them operate as a team, they're excellent. Hangman Page, very good. Yep. Of course, we're seeing Cody's evolution. I like the new, I think, improved Kenny. I think he was evolving towards being a heel. I think he's probably going to be better in that role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's a lot of talented guys that you know, Sean Spears is a talented guy. Really is. On that roster. I think Jungle Boy, believe it or not, if you can believe I'm saying that, got a lot of talent.
Very athletic, yeah.
I think he's learning to pull the audience in the ring with him and have them help him along, which is Ricky Morton, Ricky Steamboat,
Yep.
which is the key to being a babyface.
Are you surprised at all with the constant victories on Wednesday night? Like, you know what I mean? It's pretty substantial, AEW beating NXT in the rating. Surprised you at all you expected?
I think it's I just think it's different. I think it's a blend of a little. It's AEW. There's some WCW. There's some independent influence. It's all kind of wrapped into one, and it's not sports entertainment by choice. And I think there are, you know, it's a 1-year-old startup company. You know, people got to understand that. You're gonna make some mistakes, and you're gonna learn some things along the way. But everybody there, you can't say that anybody goes through that curtain is not trying their dead level best to give their audience what they want. You know, and some of them don't know what the audience wants yet. They're having to learn that and learn it the hard way.
Tracy, I know you're in Hawaii, so we'll message you about shipping. But I know you already sent your payment in and everything. But we'll message you about shipping afterwards and everything.
Some growing pains for sure for AEW.
Yeah, and you know, the main thing is you have a boss that is the owner, that is the final word, that truly cares about his talent, and they're part of his family. and you have to be around him to see it, and feel it. And it's not like, hey, I'm a billionaire, I'm Tony Khan, I own this company, it's my way, the highway. You never get anything remotely. It's like, hey, guys, hey, how you doing? Glad you're here. Glad you're with us. Glad you're part of this. Da, da, da. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to let me know.
Right. All right, guys. This is gonna be our last call on photos, guys. We have about 5 minutes left, guys. Make sure you guys are messaging Jessica to get those final photo orders in, guys. A question came across. It's kind of an interesting question, I think. Vince recently ruled that the guys and girls in there cannot have outside third-party sources like the cameos, the Twitch, and stuff like that. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not that familiar with it, and I would say it's if it's possible to have two sets of rules. For the people that are on substantial downsides,
Right.
that are making a huge living, I would say you probably don't need the extra stuff. But for the bottom tier talent that are not benefiting from live events, that have their downside and that's all they have.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sure of the numbers with any given person, but I would say, let's cut these guys and the girls a little slack. If they need it to, supplement their living, well, where's the skin off anybody's back? Let them make some extra money. But again, it's like, well, how do you say that? That's two sets of rules. Well, it kind of is two sets of rules, but also I think that a company that's showing record profits can figure it out. And I think stepping on the little guy is what you're going to end up. That's going to be the only ones that are hurt. Some of those upsides on a lot of that talent that they've earned, and they've earned those big upsides. That's great. So I think, to be honest with you, nobody's going to be touring anytime soon. I'm just scared to death of what the winter's going to bring. Hate to be a pessimist, but can you imagine when some of the people that are the most susceptible to this virus, suddenly now they have the flu? Now they get that on top of that? What the possibilities may be? And I hate to get on the downer, but I think we're in for a long winter.
Yep, that's
And the fact that these guys can make some money that way, I just don't know that I'd take that away from them.
All right, guys. Like I said, this is gonna be your last chance here, guys. We'll go ahead and ours we sign the last couple photos here, guys. Again, guys, I would go ahead and make sure you guys jump on getting these signed here, guys. In case people need to see the photos on the screen, I had a backup.
Okay.
Guys, again, guys, I want to thank ARN for being here today, guys. It's been a privilege having you here in our office. I mean, it's I was talking to JJ earlier, and he's like, man, because we're gonna have him up here next week doing a private signing, and
great.
And he's like, it's amazing when you're able to get the horsemen together, and like you said, maybe through this thing, people can do that. You know what I mean? Get pictures and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's our new way right now, and and then fortunately, you're right. Winter's gonna bring some badness for us right now, and we're gonna have to deal with it and buck her down a little bit.
My hat goes off to you guys. I appreciate you very much for making this possible. Because for all the years that I wrestled, I never had an opportunity to just say thank you to all the fans. And the last couple of years I have, and it means a lot to me to be able to tell all you guys that you supported me all these years and let me make a living doing something I love. And all to the fans, just want to say thank you.
All right, Tracy here. Before we go off the air, Tracy, one hit got the hat from Lauren.
Okay, nice. Enjoy that.
Nice.
Tracy, enjoy that. I hope you got a small head.
She's in Hawaii, so she'll be going to enjoy it.
Oh well, yeah. Well, you got to have a hat in Hawaii for sure. I hope you enjoy it. It is a one of a kind. Congratulations.
All right, winding down here, just a few more left as we head towards 2:30 and get a little bit closer. Tracy, enjoy that hat. That's a one of a kind, awesome item. Still got a few producer jackets and some Horseman pins, and some other stuff, and some photos. Nice producer jacket, road agent producer jacket.
Let me see. And here's the 2K17 one. And we have the 2K18 that comes with the gray stripes on the shoulders. And once again, these are worn by the man himself. $200. Last chance to let us know. You can't just buy these. These are given to the producer, so one of a kind item.
Just those are the just to have them in. Those are the originals. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Those two.
Oh, really? Oh, awesome.
Shirts, everything.
You made
We're still on live, right?
Yes, we are.
ARN,
Yes.
my phone was blowing up the entire time because somebody was watching on the feed. Supposed to say hello to you. JJ.
Hey, James. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I don't want to interrupt you when you're sitting inside and making money, but I wanted to make sure that I said hello to you anyway.
Well, we spend most of the time talking about you anyway. Okay, here's the deal. I told them, Johnny Bench is your nickname. It's up to you to tell them what that's all about.
Johnny Bench still lives.
Oh my. Okay, so wrestling fans. So if you guys would like to have JJ come up here maybe next week and do a signing or something, guys, let's we're gonna have to go up a bunch of lights and a bunch of hearts up there to see that happen, and maybe we'll get the silver fox to weasel it out of it.
If you get that story, it'll be worth the price of admission. Trust me.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're lucky. Double A doesn't do a lot of appearances, so that's a big deal. I'm happy for you, and happy for the fans that are getting some stuff signed.
Well, we're live on with the fans and everything, and like I was telling Double A, what you mean to me, JJ. You know what you mean to me in life and everything, and we're family and everything. And I just wanted to call you, and I seen you messaging me and everything, and I wanted to call you and say hello back to you, and let you say hello to ARN and everything.
And I appreciate it because Double A is he's the brother that I never had. That's how I feel about it and how I look at it.
All right, JJ, very good, sir. I'll give you a call tomorrow, and we'll do some lunch this week and everything.
Sounds good.
All right, sir.
Appreciate that you called me so I can say hello to the enforcer.
I love you, John. Love you, James. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks for picking my raffle number, JJ.
If I don't talk to you, you have a blessed Thanksgiving for you and your family, and happy holidays.
Same to you, buddy.
All right.
Thank you.
I hope the fans enjoyed that. A little Horseman reunion there.
Yeah.
Horse the best.
He is. Guys, thank Double A for coming in again, guys.
No, thank you guys. Everybody in this room, everybody at home. I appreciate it. Like I said, I've never had an opportunity to thank you properly. Just want to say thank you. Appreciate all your support.
All right, guys. We got Serena Dees coming up. AEW Superstar coming in next year. Yes. Current NWA Women's Champion. She's on her route here. So she's something to get a little grub, and she's on her way here. We'll be starting right at 3 o'clock, guys. So, Aaron, if you want to throw them a couple matches and let the fans enjoy, and then we'll come back live and have Serena right here where ARN is, and we'll continue, guys, for another 24 hours.
Okay. Oh my God. Sounds great.